Hey guys, it's Miss Sonatore. Happy Monday to everyone. I'm outside enjoying another beautiful day. I love that sunshine. I'm so excited to show you our class plant. Take a look at how big our plant is growing. I mean, it is just blossoming. I'll even turn it for you. Look, from all angles, it is just doing so well. I can't wait till little flower buds start popping up. I'm hoping maybe by the end of this week or next week. Fingers crossed. I hope you all had a great weekend. I'm very excited to start a brand new book with you guys. We're gonna start a new chapter book, another Junie B. Jones book. I know Junie B is like our class favorite. She's funny and the stories are just awesome. So we're gonna start a new one today. We're gonna read 2 chapters today of Junie B. Jones and her big fat mouth. So let's actively listen as we read the first 2 chapters. Again, this is Junie B. Jones and her big fat mouth. Here we go. Chapter 1, Punishment. My name is Junie B. Jones. The B stands for Beatrice, except I don't like Beatrice. I just like B, and that is all. I go to kindergarten. My room is named Room 9. There are lots of rules in that place, like no shouting, no running in the hall, and no butting the other children in the stomach with your head. My teacher's name is Miss. She has another name too, but I just like Miss, and that's all. Last week, Miss clapped her loud hands together. She made an announcement to us. An announcement is the school word for telling us something very important. Boys and girls, may I have your attention, please, she said. Today is going to be a special day in Room 9. We're going to be talking about different careers you can have when you grow up. Yeah, only guess what, I said. I never even heard of that dumb word careers before, and so I won't know what we're talking about. Miss made squinty eyes at me. A career is a job, Junie B, she said, and please raise your hand before you speak. Then Miss talked some more about careers, and she said Monday was going to be called Job Day. Everybody in Room 9 would come to school dressed up like what kind of job they want to be. After that, Room 9 got very excited, except for me, because I had a big problem, that's why. Only guess what, I said. I don't know what I want to be when I grow up. So that means I can't come to school on Monday, and now I'll probably flunk kindergarten. Hooray! Shouted a mean boy named Jim. I made a fist at him. How did you like a knuckle sandwich, you big fat Jim? I shouted right back. Miss came over to my table. She bent down next to me. Please, Junie B, you simply must try to control yourself better in class. We've talked about this before, remember? Yes, I said nicely. Only, I don't like meanie Jim. Just then, my bestest friend Lucille, who sits next to me, stood up and fluffed her ruffly dress. I always control myself, don't I, teacher? She said. That's because my Nana taught me to act like a little lady. And so Junie B. Jones should act more like me. I made a growly face at her. I do act like a little lady, you bunny Lucille. And don't say that again or I'll knock you on your can. Miss did a frown at me. Just kidding, I said very quick. Except Miss kept on frowning. Then she gave me a punishment. Punishment is the school word for sitting at a big table all by yourself. Everybody keeps staring at you, and it makes you feel like P.U. And that's how come I put my head down on the table, and I covered it up with my arms, because punishment takes the friendly right out of you. And so at recess, I didn't speak to Lucille, and I didn't speak to my other best friend named Grace either. I just sat down in the grass all by myself, and I watched janitor paint the litter cans. And I played with a stick and an ant, and that is all. I don't like Room 9, I said very grumpy. Except for then I saw something very wonderful in the grass, and its name was 2 cherry lifesavers. Hey, I love those guys, I said. Then I picked one up, and I blowed off the germs, and I put it right in my mouth. Wait, don't do that, shouted a loud voice at me. Spit that out right now. I turned my head. It was the janitor. He was running at me speedy quick. His jingly keys were jangling all over the place. Spit that out, I said. He yelled again. And so then I spit out the cherry lifesaver on the ground, because that guy was scaring me, that's why. Janitor bent down next to me. I didn't mean to frighten you, he said, but I stopped a bunch of dirty candy in the grass, and I was going to clean it up when I finished painting. He looked serious at me. Don't ever eat anything you find on the ground. Do you hear? Not ever. But I blowed off the germs, I told him. The janitor shook his head. You can't blow off germs, he said. Eating things you find on the ground is very, very dangerous. The janitor picked up the dangerous candy. Now run along and play, he said. I did a big sigh. Yeah, only I can't, I said, because I shot off my big fat mouth in kindergarten, and then I got punishment. And now I hate my best friend Lucille. Janitor smiled a little bit sad. Life is hard sometimes, isn't it? He said. I bobbled my head up and down. Yes, I said, life is PU sometimes. Then the janitor patted my head and he walked away. So guess what? I just like janitor. And that is all. Chapter 2 is our last chapter for today, called The Cop and Dr. Smiley. When we came in from recess, Miss was clapping her loud hands together again. Boys and girls, please take your seats quickly. I've got a wonderful surprise for you. Then I got very excited inside my stomach because surprises are my most favorite thing in the whole wide world. Is it jelly donuts? I shouted. Miss put her fingers to her lips. That means be quiet. Yeah, only guess what? Jelly donuts are my most favorite kind of donuts. Except I also like the creamy kind, and the chocolate kind, and the kind with the rainbow sprinkles on top. After that, my mouth got very watery, and some of the drool fell out on the table. I wiped it up with my sweater sleeve. Then there was a knock on the door. Miss hurried to open it. Hey, it's a cop, I hollered, very excited. The cop came into room 9. He had on a blue shirt with a very shiny badge, and shiny black boots, and a shiny white motorcycle helmet. Miss smiled. Boys and girls, I would like for you to meet my friend, Officer Mike. Officer Mike is a policeman. Who can tell me what policemen do? I can, I shouted out. They arrest people, because one time some cops arrested a guy on my street, so that means they made him take a nap, I think. Just then, that Jim I don't like laughed very loud. They didn't arrest him, he said. They arrested him. That means they took him to jail. So your neighbor's a dirty, rotten jailbird. Then the other kids laughed too. And so I hid my head. Yeah, only I hardly even know the guy, I said to myself. After that, Officer Mike took off his shiny white helmet. He told us some other stuff that cops do, like give our dads speeding tickets. He let us play with his handcuffs and his shiny white helmet, except for the helmet was too big for my head, and it covered my whole eyes. Hey, who turned out the lights? I said, because that was a funny joke, of course. Then another knock came along at the door. This time it was a lady in a long white jacket. She was carrying a giant red toothbrush. Boys and girls, this is Dr. Smiley, said Miss. Dr. Smiley is a children's dentist. Dr. Smiley hung up some posters of teeth. Then she talked about Mr. Tooth Decay, and she said to brush our teeth at night and also in the morning. Yeah, because if you don't brush in the morning, your breath smells like stink, I said. After that, I showed Dr. Smiley my wiggly tooth. Losing baby teeth is exciting, isn't it? She asked. Yes, I said, except for I don't like the part where you cry and spit blood. Dr. Smiley made a sick face. Then she passed out minty green dental floss, and all the kids in room 9 got to practice flossing. Flossing is when you pull strings through your mouth. Only pretty soon an accident happened. That's because a boy named William winded his floss too tight, and his teeth and head got tangled in a knot ball, and Dr. Smiley couldn't undo him. Then Miss had to call the janitor, Speedy Quick, and so he ran to room 9, and he shined his giant flashlight in William's mouth. And then Dr. Smiley got the dangerous floss right out of there. Room 9 clapped and clapped. Dr. Smiley did a bow. Then Miss said, maybe some of us might like to dress up as dentists or police officers on job day. Yeah, only what if you don't like bloody teeth, I asked. Miss rolled her eyes way up to the ceiling. Then she walked Officer Mike and Dr. Smiley out into the hall. That's when room 9 started buzzing very loud. Buzzing is what you do when your teacher leaves the room. I'm gonna dress up like an actress on job day, said a girl named Emily. I'm gonna dress up like a princess, said my best friend Lucille. I did a giggle. I'm gonna dress up like a bullfighter, I said. Then I ran speedy fast around the room and I butted that mean Jim in the stomach with my head. And guess what? I didn't even get caught. That's what. And that's the end of chapter 2. So it's job day in room 9. I can't wait to see what everyone dresses up as. I'm gonna give you guys a quick hug to remind you that I love you so much, and I'll meet you back here tomorrow to see what happens next. See you guys.